This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, and thank you everyone for sharing your precious time this Saturday and Sunday in the Philippines for joining us in our topic and discussion today. I'm your host for today's broadcast, Jillian Pimentel, and we want to encourage all of our viewers today to engage with us by sharing your feedback on the questions that we're sharing with you today, and also with the topic discussions that we'll have. So make sure to remember to hashtag your local congregation and your group worship service. And just to mention, you might notice some of those purple crowns in the live chat down there, and that means that you are some of our top fans and top chatters in our broadcast. Just to recognize a few from our last week's episode, our top 5 fans in the live chat were 1, Sister Hera Brannon from the Eugene Group Worship Service. 2, our Sister Ruchi Castillo from the local congregation of Albany. Number 3, our brother John De Vescano from the local congregation of Portland and our multimedia advisor. Number 4, Sister Pina Rose from the Medford Group Worship Service. And number 5, our Sister Moriana Miller, also from the Medford Group Worship Service. So if we want to hear your names in our broadcast next week, make sure to keep chatting with us in our live chat. And also, please remain with us until the very end of our broadcast, because it's going to be a really fun episode today. We have a lot to talk about and a lot of brethren who were able to share photos from their gallery today. So we also have some guests and panelists today that are joining us. But before that, I just wanted to go ahead and say that for me, I personally take a lot of pictures, and I'm sure that you all have very similar experiences. So we take a lot of pictures because there's just so many fun and heartwarming memories that we want to be able to look back on. And so to be able to look back on those pictures, we've asked our guests to look into their galleries and see which photos are their favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our panelists today. So first up, we have Hazel Gutierrez joining us this Saturday. Hello.
Hello, Jillian. Hello, Flo.
Hi, Hazel. Thank you for joining us today. You can go ahead and introduce yourself and also send out some of your greetings as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hazel Gutierrez from the local congregation of Portland, Ecclesiastical District of Oregon, and I'm a choir member in our local congregation. I would like to do shout out to my husband who's watching 10 feet away from me right now, Robbie Gutierrez, and my 2 children, Autumn and Malachi Gutierrez. I also want to greet my parents in Sapang Tagalog, Tarlac City, Philippines, Angelina and Eranya Miranda. Hello po, Mama and Tatay. And to my sister in Sacramento, Eileen Katabay and her family, my sister in Winnipeg, Ethel de Mapawi and her family, my sister Gian Tubiera and her family in Washington, D.C., and my brother who's an evangelical worker in local of San Jose, Tarlac City. Hello to all of you.
Thank you, Hazel, and hello to all of your family who's joining in our broadcast today. Today, we also are joined by Flo Guillermo. So hello, Flo.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening to everyone that's here, especially us here in the District of Oregon, and of course, our viewers who are there. And I can see who are watching us. There's a way to see who's watching us today. So, big hand to everyone who's joining us here on our program today. And greetings to our resident minister, Brother Jake Cruz, here in the local congregation of Vancouver. And I'll take this opportunity to send him a very happy birthday greeting, which is going to be on July 21st. So happy birthday to you, Paul, and greetings to his family as well. And also to my family, Brother Jess is on the behind the scenes helping us out here. And also to my family's huge, so I probably won't go down that list. So greetings to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. We hope that you will have fun.
Thank you, Flo. I know today is going to be a fun broadcast because we do have a lot of stuff to cover. But before that, I also want to greet my family who is watching right now. So, my dad, Brother June, my mom, Sister Annalisa, and my nanay, Sister Letty, who is watching right now as well. And this to all of my family in the Philippines and all of our viewers. So, before we go into our topic, we have a question for our live chatters today, and it's your opportunity to become our top fans in our chat. So, if our Kuya text can go ahead and help us with our visual and our live chat question. So, explain a photo that you would never delete and its importance to you. Why are you never going to delete it? And maybe if you run out of storage, you're going to delete some other photos to keep this photo. And so we have a few of those photos that Hazel was able to send to us, and we're going to go ahead and look at those now. So for you, Hazel, we got to see some that you sent us. And so if our Kuya text could also show, let's say, the first photo of Sister Hazel Gutierrez. And so we're going to go ahead and look at this photo here. How sweet. So Hazel, what's the story behind this photo?
Okay, that was nearly 19 years ago here at Portland, Oregon. That picture I would never ever delete because that's the day when God answered my and Brother Robbie's devotional prayer. And that day was a indeed blessed day because we were blessed by our Almighty God to be united as husband and wife.
Of course, wedding photos and one of the cutest booklet couples in our district. So, of course, this is one picture that you would never want to delete. And so, how do you remember feeling at the time this photo was taken?
Actually, every time I'm looking at that picture, I'm still in cloud nine, Jillian. Although
Yes,
it's been almost 19 years, but at that time we were so young and so in love, and until now.
that's the thing about photos. When you take a photo, you're not just keeping the memory, but also all the emotions that come with it. So, whenever you look at it again, it all comes flowing back. And so, you also were able to send us this next photo. So, Kuya Tex, now this is a beautiful photo, and I see a lot of your wonderful family. So, how about this photo? What's the story?
Okay, that photo is nearly 2 years because that was taken August 2023. I would never ever forget that moment because we are five siblings, and four of us got married, and none of us, we were never complete because we're all living in different part of the world. And at that time, my sister Gian got married a few days ago, and we had a devotional prayer that for that wedding, we will try our very best to be complete. So a few days after the wedding, we all went to a Boracay vacation. So in the middle are my parents and my siblings with our spouses and our children.
This picture is so beautiful, Hazel. The Boracay beaches, and also just, that heartwarming story that your whole entire family was able to be together for that special occasion. It's always so heartwarming to keep these pictures close to us. And so, okay, let's take a look at your next picture as well. So, for this next picture, what's the story behind this one as well?
Okay, that's me, my husband Robbie, my daughter Autumn, and my son Malachi. That's our first picture that all of us are wearing our toga or our choir robe because every time we are performing our duty, especially together, the four of us, that's our happiest time. So I would really treasure that picture.
Yes, and I can see as well Brother Malachi and Sister Autumn. They look younger in this photo. So just being able to see that journey of when they were CWS up until now, it's very heartwarming to see. And I remember when I was in Portland and I had the opportunity to perform with you all as well, having those happy memories, having those and keeping those, was really heartwarming. And so how do you remember feeling at the time that this photo was taken too?
I feel so blessed, Paul, because all of us were entrusted by our Almighty God with that sacred duty. I believe duties are a gift from God, and though that's a gift that we will treasure until the end.
Is exactly. Performing with our family is always such a big blessing from our Almighty God. And, every time we get to do it, we feel a lot more inspired, especially with it, since it's with our family. And so we have one of the last pictures that you sent us, the fourth picture here as well. So I remember you were talking about the wedding of your sister. So yeah, explain a little bit more behind this photo here.
We have a lot of pictures actually in that wedding, but that one looks really candid. You can see that we have smiles in our faces, and we are glad to see each other because we haven't seen each other for few years. So at that moment, we are just so happy that God answered our devotional prayer that that day would be perfect, that all of us would be happy, would be complete, and that's an answered prayer for all of us. That's my dad or my tatay, my mama, my sister Gian who's getting married, my sister Eileen, sister Adele, and my brother Christian.
These are such beautiful pictures, Hazel. And like you were mentioning, the time when you get to be with your family again, especially being separated by long distances, it's such a blessing to be able to be reunited with each other and having the pictures to just say, have those memories to look back on as well. And so, how about for you, Flo? Do you have any questions about some of these pictures that Hazel was able to show us today?
I really love all the photos she sent. I can see why she won't ever delete them off of her camera roll. They have deep meaning to each of those photos, and I can feel that with her sharing those photos. And from time to time, I'll see them in her social media sharing them, and I love that. I really really love that.
Yes, I love those photos as well, Hazel. So thank you so much for sharing those with us. We have a few more questions to ask you, but we're gonna go ahead and recognize some of the families that have also sent our photos to us for our broadcast today. So for Kuya Tex could help us with bringing up the first photo of the Balan family. So they have sent two pictures for us to all look, and for this first photo, she said that this is in their preparation for our bookload night that we had in our district. And so their son there was helping with ushering, brother Liam, and as well as their daughter Alicia was helping with the babysitting. They're all able to be together and enjoy that activity as well that we had. I know our bookload night was a really fun activity for the bookload in our district here. And so let's go ahead and look at this next photo as well. They said that this one was taken on July 4th when they went to the park in Lake Oswego. Then they were able to see the fireworks and also the laser show there as well. So I love fireworks and watching them with my family as well. This past July 4th, we were able to see some of them from outside our neighborhood. So I really love that you can keep those memories and like you said, Flo, before, those strong emotions and those feelings that we're able to keep through those pictures as well.
Yeah, I there's so much meaning when you take pictures and bring them back when you get together with your family. So yeah, I love keeping photos. Speaking of which, I was that type of girl then who was we had to develop our pictures. There was nothing that was that we keep in our phones. We had to uh, develop those. If any one of you out there remember those uh, 110 type of cameras or 35 millimeter with those long films to develop, that was then, Jillian. I don't know if you even remember that, but that was my time. So we couldn't keep them in our phones, but they truly hold deep feelings when we show them. I just wanted to just share those who are joining us, Jillian and Hazel. has shared some of their thoughts about keeping pictures. And we have Brother Justin coming in from Everett, Washington. And he says, some photos I can't delete um, are the ones that he took during the inter-district unity games in California 2023. And yes, I we were there, Jillian and I, we were there at that event also, and I still have those pictures saved up. And I cannot forget that time we went down to California in Orange County, and had fun with the different districts. You remember that, Jillian?
I remember that very clearly, Flo. That was such a fun activity. We were able to see so many people from the different districts, and overall, the feelings are really blessed and joyous getting to have that many people at the activity as well, especially since it covered a lot of the districts in our area as well. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
That was super fun. I still, once in a great while, it'll come through my camera roll, and I'm like, oh, I remember this. This was so fun. Brother Romel Arlos from Hillsboro, he says he never deletes family photos, especially photos of his nieces and nephews. I get to see how they grow up over time, and I never delete photos of important milestones of his life. And that is so true. I think, let's ask Sister Hazel, when you look at those photos when your kids were young and then you see them now, what's your feeling like?
I feel like, of course, you will think that time flies so fast, and
Yes.
you wish that you could turn back time, that they will be at that age again. But I'm so glad also that I took documentation, because you can never turn back time, but you can preserve those memories in your hearts and minds. And also, as you look at those pictures, it's like you're being transported back in that time.
Yeah. It's like a time capsule, right? Sister Shenalyn Kadusale Kabalitasan, who guested last week, she says, greetings from the Kabalitasan family. Love the photos and pictures. Truly, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And it's indeed, yes, indeed, that is so true. So I'm going to bounce this back over to Jillian and continue on. We have so
Yeah,
much more photos to share.
we do. And speaking of, we have your photos to share as well. So we're all excited to be able to look at those. So if our Kuya text could help us in bringing up our first photo. So I see there the 110 anniversary. So tell us, Flo, what activity? What's the story behind this photo?
This was the 110th anniversary. That was last year, a year ago, or going to be a year ago. That we had a musical concert at that time within our district, and we had so many beautiful numbers, musical entertainment from our brethren. I was so proud of each one of them um, coming together and doing this. And um, Brother Jess and I performed also in helping out to make sure this activity pulls through with the help of a lot of brethren, also, not just us. But this was one of my first um, activity where I was able to help coordinate with the district. And that night, after the activity was done, I felt so blessed to be part of it. And it still gives me, like, my heart still um you know um floats, because I was so happy that everything turned out so well. I feel like crying because it made me so happy that day. And proud moment, for humbly proud to help the district.
See, Flo, you know what we're saying? These photos bring back the feelings of that day. And so,
Yeah.
was this picture taken before or after the activity? So, how do you remember feeling at the time this
um
was taken?
it was taken after the event was over, and my feelings of happiness was just overwhelming.
You did a great job and helping the
You.
district with coordinating this event flow. So thank you for your hard work on that. And so we can see that through this picture of all the joyous memories that that brought. And so for Kuya Text, let's go ahead and show our second photo. We have here, ooh, we have some wedding and some sweet photos as well from you, Flo. So we have three. We have three here. So what
Yeah.
your moment is?
We had our booklet night last year, and I want to just say thank you to Brother Christian Das Marinas, who collected all our photos and put a collage together like this. It was kind of like the before photos of our wedding, and sort of like our picture how now before and after, or so photos of of us, and you can see different how we look then and now, and just just happy moments of our booklet night.
It seems as book club night was one of the happiest nights for our book club members here. We keep seeing the happy memories from them, and I see it's a trend that a lot of our brethren really enjoyed as well. And
Yeah.
so, you have these three photos here, and it's exactly like a time capsule flow. Like you said, you're able to see how your relationship has grown throughout the years, and it's really blessed to be able to have that journey with each other as well. And so, Kuya Tex, let's go ahead and show our next photo as
Oh,
well.
we got one more.
We got one more. So, how
Okay.
about for this one, Flo? What's the story?
Well, just sharing, this was our recent unity games that we've had. And this was our first family photo together with my daughter in law and my granddaughter, um, because they arrived in January, and this was this past May. And our first, I guess, our first big church activity together. And uh, I'm happy to see this photo, because then it'll bring us back to Unity Games and going forward for more Unity Games.
Yes, I really enjoyed the Unity games as well,
Yeah.
Flo. So, having that moment when reuniting with your family, we've seen that as in all of our photos today, actually, just all the times that we're with our family, we feel blessed and happy in it. And it's one of our favorite photos as well. And so, actually, before we go ahead and look at more questions, what are some of those moments in your life that you don't have pictures of? Sometimes we're really living in the moment, or sometimes we just didn't have the ability to take pictures of. So let's go back to you, Hazel. What moments were there that you wish you had pictures?
The moment that I wish I had pictures was the day I was born. And although I have some pictures when I was a little girl or in my toddler years, I wish I have more, because at those times we didn't have our camera and we don't have the technology that we have now.
Yes, it's just seeing how the technology has grown. We're able to have all these pictures now, but being able to have those pictures when we're kids as well is something that we would like to look back on. And so, how about for you, Flo? What are some pictures or moments that you wish that you had pictures of?
Same as Hazel. I don't have toddler photos, although I have photos from, actually, I kind of dug them up while looking through some of my things, and I have a 5-year-old picture that our school has had taken that time years ago, and I have them up displayed here in um, in my office here, and I wish I had more of those times we were growing up. Back then, I think having cameras wasn't really the thing, or not everybody had a camera. So things times like that.
The times have really changed, especially where we're pretty much in a digital age. Everything is on devices, and sometimes I feel like we should go back to photo albums and the physical copies of everything, so that we just
That
always have that physical thing to look back on.
Hey, Jillian, before we go on and do
Yeah.
some more pictures, I just wanted to shout out our top fans at this moment. Our top 5 fans coming on today is Sister Geraldine Langit, who's number 1, Sister Hera Brennan, number 2, Kuffernan Tubiera out there from Beaverton, hello po, number 3. Number 4 coming up here is Sister Sally Samorton. They're from the Philippines. And number 5 is Sister Autumn Gutierrez there. And let me add one more or 2 more. Sister Pina Rose coming right after that, and Brother Robbie Gutierrez. So keep those live chats coming in so you can have a purple crown, which is my favorite color too. So go for it. Currently, right now, wow, we're in the running. Sister Jennifer Castillo is the current number 1 live chat fan up there. So keep them coming. Go back to you, Sister Jillian.
Yeah, keep those live chats coming. We love seeing all of your comments and all of the interactions that you have with us. So, as we are viewing these photos today, so Kuya Tex are gonna go ahead and show some of the other pictures from another family that we have, the Villera family. So, for this first photo that was submitted by Brother Albert Villera, of course, our Kuya Tex could help pull this up. They were able to send some of their favorite moments from their gallery as well. And so I know that the Rillera family, they were able to have an activity shown at the district CFO cares activity that we had lately. So, but before we go on to the Rillera family, let's go ahead and look at this photo as well from the Cruz family. So this first and second photo from the Cruz family, the photo that Kuya Tex showed before this one was whenever they go to visit other places of worship while out of town. So that first photo, they were visiting the local congregation of Long Island City over there in New York. And then for their second photo that they had, it looked like they were at the beach. For that beach activity, they were just spending quality time and fun time with their family over there at the beach as well. And then when we saw that one picture of the cruise where they had many of the brethren together, they had their brethren. They were able to hang out with all of their brethren who were like family. Kuya Tex, if we're able to show the third photo from the Cruz family over there, we have a lot of really fun pictures from the families that were able to show. So yes, this one here, they were able to get together with all the brethren there, and I see you over there, Flo. So what's the story behind this photo of Sister Rachel that she sent in?
Yes. It was New Year's Eve. We went to go and join them for New Year's Eve, and was a fun time with the family.
That's a really good flow, having that really close friendship with all your brethren. It looks like a very fun time as well. And so if we can go ahead and look back at the Rilleras photos, the first family for Rillera, they had their activity at the district CFO cares at Blue Lake Regional Park. So if we're able to pull those up, Kuya Tex. And then we also had another photo that came in from them. They had one of their first family trips as a family of 4 to Disneyland that they were able to share with us as well. So yes, here they go. So this is the Rillera family at our CFO Cares activity at the Blue Lake Regional Park. This was a really fun activity, and it's so cute to see them all over there. And for this next photo, they had their first family trip as a family of 4 to Disneyland. So, I've actually never been. So I'm really glad that you guys were able to spend that time with each other, especially as your first time as a family of 4. So have your 2 cute children over there. And so thank you to all those families who are able to send in their photos for us to look at today, some of your favorite photos. Before we continue to some more photos, we have another question that I would like to ask both you, Hazel and Flo. And it's so, we see all these photos today, but would you consider yourself someone who likes to live in the moment or someone who likes to document those moments for the future? So let's go ask you first, Hazel.
I feel like I'm both. I am the type of person who's enjoying or make the most of the day, not only physically but emotionally and mentally as well. And but I always document as well. So for example, my children are having activities or is a picture worth event or moment. I take picture or video, but however, while I'm doing it, I'm not looking at the screen itself. I'm actually enjoying what's going on uh, right there and then. So sometimes I will just put down my phone, enjoy the moment, and then I will take a second or two to take some picture. So I'm both.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Hazel, too. When it comes to having those memories that I want to capture, sometimes I find myself forgetting to take out my phone or even bring my camera, but I really do want to keep those photos and keep those memories. So I kind of have to force myself to take out my phone. But on the other hand, sometimes I feel like I'm a perfectionist with photos and I keep trying to get that perfect shot. So sometimes you got to find that balance between both. So how about for you, Flo? Which one do you find yourself being?
I think I'm a little bit of both. Um, because there are times when I'm like enjoying what's going on, and then I forgot to take a picture. And I'm kind of like depending on others to take pictures. Then I'm gonna say, "Can you send me the picture? I forgot." Or there are times when I'm really like, okay, I really make it a intention that I need to take pictures during whatever's going on, either with the family or our activities that's going on. And I'm glad now that our cellular phones are equipped with cameras in it already. And thank you to whoever came up with that idea too. That it's because we have our phones, which is very handy, and it's good. You know, it's proof that we were there. Right?
Yeah, proof. I like that, Flow. Proof that we were there. And, just
Yeah,
being able to say, oh, yeah, look at this. Look back at when I was here at this activity or here in this
yeah.
memory as well.
And
And,
I was there, kind of a thing.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so, we're talking about our passions for taking pictures, but I feel like there's a lot of brethren here in our district that have that passion for taking pictures. And so if you enjoy the capturing important events, you could even help and offer your passion in helping with documenting the activities that are in the district.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead,
But
Flo.
before you go on and mention more about photos, I we cannot forget your photos, Julian. So let's go and show Kuya text. Let's just go show our sister Julian's photos, the pimentels.
Yeah, I did send a couple photos that
Yes.
would be exciting to share as well.
Yeah. So let's show that one. There you go. What's going on in this one, Julian? Tell
So
us about this. It looks
this
familiar.
Yes, this is recent too. This is my picture of my family. So there's my mom and dad and my nanay. We were actually at one of the concert activities that we had in our district as well, where my parents were able to perform and then I was able to perform as well. And my nanay was there supporting us in our performances. So I this is one of my favorite pictures because, at activities, sometimes I forget to take pictures with my parents as well. So just having the opportunity to have pictures with my family at these activities was really heartwarming too.
Yeah. And then of course, we have one more that to share. Tell us about this. I love your shirts there or your sweatshirts, all matching.
Yeah, so actually this was a really fun day. This is one of the first trips where my family and I were able to fly. We went over to Wyoming and then we drove over to where Mount Rushmore is. And so we're all wearing these matching crew necks because on the day that we decided to go, we thought it was going to be a nice, clear, sunny day, but it ended up being super super rainy on that day, but we were still able to live in the moment, have a really fun time. So we ended up going to the gift shop and getting these really cute matching crew necks to hide the fact that we were all drenched from the rain that day.
Oh, wow. I love the color on those sweatshirts. So perfect. And so, I just also wanted to share with Sister Jennifer Castillo said, I agree, po, to live in the moment and for the future. I love that. Julian and Hazel, live in the moment and for the future. That's what these photos are all about, right?
Yeah.
So, anyone else before we conclude our topic today? Julian, is there anything in our live chat that we'd like to share? Oh, we
Yes,
see one from Brother Felix. Let's find out what he said.
I was just about to read that one as well, Flo. So, Brother Felix says, ooh, the CFO Cares activity was one of my favorite. Well, I loved spending time with the brethren from all around the district and can't wait to do more like it. Me too, Felix. That was one of my favorite activities as well. Let's see what other live chats we have. We have here from Hera Brennan, who loves the family photos that she's seeing today. And she says, thank you for sharing today's experiences will shape tomorrow's cherished memories. She's viewing from the local congregation of Albany Eugene Group Worship Service. I really love that saying, Hera. She also said that we now have the privilege of taking and capturing photos with ease, anytime and anywhere, and preserving memories intact, unlike in the past. That's true, Hera. The technology that we have has really evolved where our picture taking devices are just in our pockets. So don't forget to take those pictures, everyone. We really want to have those future memories to look back on as well.
Yeah, we don't have excuse, right? So yeah. Before we start, you know, closing out our show, let's hear from Sister Hazel her thoughts about our topic today.
I really enjoyed the topic, but especially I'm a person who always take pictures. I have thousands of pictures in our hard drive and in my phone, and I believe these pictures help us not only to treasure those moments, but it also help us to relive in those happy moments.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Hazel. My storage is getting so full from all my photos, but also those photos give me a way to really look back and see all the blessings that God has given me in this life and all of the blessings through family and district activities, everything that we have. All those photos are helping me to recognize and highlight all of those things as well. And so, you know, as we were talking about photos and sharing your passions, if you want to go ahead and help in the district activities and your respective local congregations through capturing these important events, you can go ahead and join the district multimedia bureau or even be a local chronicler or chronicler aide and having and taking all of these pictures and reporting all of our district activities as well. So if you're interested in this, please go ahead and see our district multimedia advisor, Brother Jan Davis Cano, or your resident minister as well, and let them know, hey, I'm interested in taking pictures, capturing events, and we'd be happy to have you join the teams. And so we were able to see it here today. Photos hold so many memories, just like Shenalyn said earlier, a photo's worth 1,000 words. And so it was really heartwarming to look behind the scenes of all of those photos that the families have shared, that Hazel and Flo were able to share with us today, and just see some of the most cherished moments of our guests today. And so before we end off our broadcast, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Flo for some of our future activities.
And they're in the local congregation of Hillsborough. On July 27th, they're going to have a CFO health awareness there at their Hillsborough Place of Worship activity area. So go check out that activity for our brethren out there in the Hillsborough area. Maybe take your blood pressure, go learn some health tips. They'll be glad to share that with you. Also, We have some birthdays and anniversary announcements to make. And of course, again, Brother Jake Cruz, our resident minister from Vancouver, his birthday is July 21. That's Monday. And then in Beaverton, Sister Teresita Cruz, July 22nd. Um, Also, Brother Ryan Brooks, July 27. There in Portland is Brother Jarek Navarro, July 19, and Sister Keith Akupan, July 20. So happy birthday to all of you. And then coming up on our wedding anniversary there in the local congregation of Beaverton, Brother Alex and Sister Carol Villanueva. That's on July 22nd, on Tuesday. All right. So happy birthday to all. Happy anniversary. Whoever's celebrating, keep celebrating. Don't stop. All right. Back to you, Sister Jillian, closing out our show.
Thank you, Flo, for those greetings. We would also like to send our special acknowledgments to those who are always helping us and supporting us in our broadcast, to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister, and to our Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister. Thank you always both for all of your support in all of our INC radio programs, as well as a thank you to our Brother Wally Tarai, our INC radio station manager, our brother Manly Andaya, our executive producer, and we would also like to thank our district minister, Brother Moises Cadusale, and assistant district minister, Brother Gina Ramilo, as well as all of their families. Thank you to everyone who joined us on INC Radio Oregon. And make sure to join us again next week. We have our topic of finding growth opportunities. So make sure to tune in for this exciting topic as well. And so after this episode, be sure to share this program link with your friends, with your family. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the INC Radio DZEM 954 on YouTube. Thank you, Hazel and Flo, for joining me today for our broadcast. We'll see you all again next week.